Yo, what's going on? Happy Monday. Welcome to Aptos After Dark. This week, Atreyu and I, we're going to be going through some stats from some of the amazing analysts. We're going to have Rufio from Donk joining us, and then we're going to recap what's going on NFT and Memcoin wise.
Let's go. If this is your first time here, welcome to Aptos After Dark, where we discuss everything going on Aptos over the past week with awesome people joining us each and every week. Hosted by myself, Atreyu, and Sneezy. If you're enjoying the content, like to stay up with Aptos and everything going on, make sure to like, subscribe, follow across YouTube, Spotify, X, Instagram, TikTok, all the channels. We're out here. Much appreciated any love and support, and excited to jump into this week's episode. It's easy.
Yo, that's what's up. Same as always, what you're not going to find here is any financial advice, just a bunch of cool people talking about the cool stuff going on in the Aptos ecosystem. If you are particularly interested in anything we're talking about, get a Petra wallet, get involved. It's that easy. Also, super easy to hit the little conversation button in the bottom right corner and like and retweet the space. Let's go.
Let's go. Damn, I'm excited to jump into this week. It's been an interesting one to say the least. So I think it's gonna be a fun episode, a little different than maybe what we're used to jumping in through. But if you want, I can start pinning some stats.
Yeah, let's get
But
into
before
it.
that, yeah, how you doing, man? How you doing? Before we jump into the stats really quick.
I'm doing good. I'm not a guy that watches the market or particularly cares about what the market's doing, so it's pretty easy to be in a good mood. Um,
Love that.
Sometimes harder being trying to stay in a good mood when everyone else is affected by the market, but so is life.
So is life. All right, well, cool. I mean, I think that brings us into some stats then. I mean, I'll just say really quickly, I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I'm excited to be here, vibing, chatting, and catching up over the past week of what's going on. And man, am I excited to talk to Rufio. So I know he's been cooking. Donk's awesome. Super pumped to have him as a guest. So yeah, I just ended up pinning a bunch of stats at the top here, a bunch of tweets from the awesome analyst.
Yo, let's look at
Uh,
the bright side. That's what's up.
that is what's
There's
up.
always
Exactly.
so much good news in the analytics. Especially, we got the monthly recap. October was a good month.
Dude. I mean, definitely trending in the right direction. When you step back a little bit and you just look at some of this data, I don't know. It's hard for me to say that we're anything but going in the very much so correct direction.
Yo, 100%. I'm just looking at Ox Hamed's post. 1.22 million new users, 2.53 million weekly active users. Let's go.
This is for the past week,
26.4
right?
million transactions. Yeah, that is the 28th to the 3rd. So
Damn.
until yesterday.
Holy cow. Okay. Just having a million new users is the casual new expectation, I guess, moving forward.
I mean, if we keep trending in that direction, let's go. Bullish on that.
Holy shit, man is right. Holy cow.
Top three transactions were Aragon with 2.5, Shingari with 1.5, and Akania with 550K.
Not bad on the weekly transactions for the projects. Loving to see Aragon at the top. Let's go. Gaming, crushing it.
No, gaming, social fine order book. Let's go.
Let's go. We got NFTs traded with over just shy, we'll just say just shy of 5,000 unique items with some apt traded to say the least 3.5K in apt and 971 buyers. It was a pretty busy NFT trading week. 912 million apt staked, reinforcing the network trust. And total inflows 26 mil.
I was gonna say I love the bridge stats.
Dude, I don't. It's even with a lot of these, even though they may be not the best metrics we've seen, they are still looking really good when you're looking and taking a step back and looking at that monthly report by OX Hamed.
Yeah, I was just gonna say when you look at that, it was a good month.
You what?
8.1
Yeah,
million active users.
That's 105% increase month over month. So yeah, and with 6.11 million new users in October alone, which is 124% growth. It's pretty insane. Oh, and transactions, by the way, 122 million transactions October, 74% month over month growth. So transactions just spiking, 75%, 74%, TBL surge up 1.3 billion. What? What?
It was a good month. Shout out to Echo and bring in Bitcoin.
Dude, huge month. Huge month. Yeah, TBL hits 1.3 billion. That's a billion. Yep. And 1.9 billion all-time transactions on the chain. I mean, we're just so close. The 2 year just passed, and it would have been crazy to be at 2 billion transactions in 2 years. But man, that's insane to say that we're 1.9 billion within like two years and 2 weeks.
Give it another month.
That's crazy. Yeah, so pretty solid amount of transaction and volume. Again, just as a normal user, you'll just never notice any difference there.
Out of 8 million, 8.1 million active users, 6.11 were new. That's a pretty staggering metric in terms of like growth.
Yeah, more people join in, more people, and not
Like
just
a
joining,
good
but
percentage
using.
more. Yeah.
It's freaking awesome. And I guess leaning back to what we've heard, it is, Alex has reminded us, new accounts, you don't know exactly what's going on, but transactions can't lie. The throughput is there, the TPS is there, and we've never, I think, even scratched the surface of like feeling any form of pain from a user perspective over this, past month, and
Not even a little bit.
not even a little bit, dude. So I think there's just so much room for growth on the transactions, the TPS side, like even doing all this crazy volume is just scratching the surface. And that's great. That's a great place to be every month.
It's month over month. I don't know. Trending in the right direction. Everything else will fall into place when it falls into place.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's been just over 280,000 unique swappers in the month of people that have swapped some form of current, like some form of token. Over 280,000 unique swaps or swappers. That's pretty interesting, actually, of a metric. I don't think we've ever really talked about that before, is how many people are swapping or swap volume totaling 1.3 billion. I mean, it's kind of nuts as well.
Yo, shout out to meme tokens.
Right? Seriously. 9.5 billion total swap volume on Aptos. Total swap volume now sits at 9.5 billion. Shish. Yeah, it's pretty fantastic as far as October. October is a crazy month. And we're just cooking, just starting to cook. I feel like a lot of people are jumping in, and we're just kind of starting again, like month over month. I feel like you and I, we reflect on the previous month. We say basically the exact same thing. Like things are just cooking, going up into the right direction, up into the right, basically across many of these core metrics. And
Yeah. The real ones and the doctored ones.
yeah, I mean, whether they're doctor or not it's unproven, right? But it just comes down to like they can be, right? So if that's the case, we just say it. And if anyone wants to go and look up that data or figure it out on chain, please do and let us know. Throw it in the comments or something, It's like
Okay, sorry.
but yeah.
Not doctored, vanity. The vanity metrics.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, 100%.
That can or cannot be easily manipulated versus the swaps, the transactions, the throughput, the end-to-end latency.
Dude, the things that just, yeah, I mean, are only getting better month over month and having zero user problems or friction or anything, to be frank. It's just Everything is growing, and us as users are just like, it's just another day. We're just chilling out here. It's a great place to be. Let's just keep pushing the Ferrari forward, basically, until I mean, I think we're rocking on a rocket ship, but we're 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 in a Ferrari that could easily turn into a rocket ship at any given time.
Well, the thing is I think in the next 6 months we're gonna start pushing it a fair bit harder. There's gonna be a lot more games that are integrating very heavy blockchain integration, all going live within the next 6 months. Couple that with the growing DeFi, like I don't know,
Yep.
pushing it more than we've been pushing it.
Yeah, and that says a lot after we just mentioned these ridiculous monthly metrics.
Like I want Tapos, Treasure Hunt, uh, Cash Market. I want all those games going simultaneously.
Oh my gosh. You think transactions are high per month now?
That's what I, that's what I'm getting at. Like, what's the TPS going to be at? Let's start revving the engine a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready. Let's start building the we're about to start transforming into that rocket. It's gonna be fun to
You
watch
know,
and
let
witness.
emoji coins rip at the same time. Like,
The
let her
swap
have it.
volume and stuff. Oh
Let her
man.
have it.
Pretty sure a lot of people are excited about that. And us
Pasha,
being one of them.
Wolfgang, Greg, they've had it easy. Let's give them something to sweat a
Sweat a
bit.
little. Yeah, let's let them start sweating a little bit, 100%. 100%. Man, yeah, there's a lot of things to be bullish about. Next coming months gonna be looking pretty nuts.
hundred
Uh,
percent. Like we're still slowly integrating Move Two and Raptor. Like
yep,
we're just gonna get faster. Just gonna get better throughput.
100%. Yeah,
But y'all
100%.
got to keep building and keep pushing it more.
More. Who's throwing the GIF first? Seriously.
Forget that. Mercutio's gonna sketch it.
Yeah, dude. And I think there's no shortage of people building on Aptos right now either. I mean, we got a bunch of people that are building on testnet. The the code collision just wrapped up with over I think 700 projects submitted to the Aptos code collision. There was a demo day full of like really legit products and projects of just like what they were able to accomplish in that demo day. Um, Treasure Hunt was one of them. I mean, it was really cool to see some of the things that went through and live in that demo. And there's just no shortage of builders coming to Aptos right now. That's to say the least, right? I think there's going to be a lot of exciting things that are going to be shaping this ecosystem in the next coming weeks, months, years. Yeah.
Was it Panana, the predictions market?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go,
Dude, 100%, right?
yo! I need to be able to bet on Bubba's calls. I don't want to have to buy Bubba's calls. I want to bet on Bubba's calls.
That's right. Yeah, it was great to see. It was really cool to see. So I'm pumped to see the new projects coming out of testnet and what that's going to look like as we continue to you know build towards that rocket ship as you were saying. It's freaking awesome.
Yo,
So yeah,
bullish on the teams that took part in the hackathon and that got off their butts and didn't just say I want support and went out and built something and went through that process. Like that's a
dude.
bullish experience for a lot of new builders to go through in this ecosystem. And I'm curious. I'd be interested to know the stats on how many people taking part in Code Collision that was their first hackathon.
Oh, that's interesting. That'd be an interesting thing to see. I will say I participated for Pixel Pirates representing Pixel Pirates and Treasure Hunt. And luckily, of the 700 projects, and gaming was the most competitive vertical of the entire code collision. Pixel Pirates and Treasure Hunt made it to the finals, and we were one of the three projects to demo on that day. And it was my first time demoing live. Usually, I've done async submissions on hackathons. Um, but doing it live was a different experience for me, and I didn't recognize, but there was like thousands of people watching that code collision as well live.
I was watching you live. I thought you crushed it. I thought you did very, very well.
Thanks, man. Thank you. It was
And I'm not
kind of
just
nerve
saying that
wracking.
because you're my co-host. I'd tell you if you were dog shit. You killed it.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, thank you. It was a little nerve wracking, not gonna lie. But yeah, shout out to all the builders out there. Exactly, I echo everything you said, Sneezy. Right, like you saw an opportunity that was available for anybody and everyone to participate in. You then went and took a shot, whether it was right or not or whatever. Right, like you went and did something, and then those that actually got selected and were able to compete in the finals, like actually went and did something that takes a lot of courage, right? To go and step up live in front of thousands of people and demo something without like, fully knowing. Maybe not everyone in there was like fully like a hackathon expert, as you kind of like your question, right? It's easy like to go up there and do your first ever presentation in front of 3,000 people. Shout out to all the people that were doing that, right? So there was a lot, and a lot of the projects absolutely crushed it. Almost, I would say all of them did really, really good for their final
Yo,
presentations and
judges have
stuff.
their work cut out for them, figuring out
Dude,
that allocation.
100%. Yeah, so it was a really cool experience. I look forward to Aptos doing more of that kind of stuff, right? Like, because people stepped up. I mean, they called for builders. There was no shortage of people that showed up to say that they were builders. And it was a global hackathon too, which is also cool to see.
I also hope that it's one of those things that people in the community saw that it was their homies up there presenting, taking part in it, and realized that they there's nothing stopping them from doing that too.
Dude, 1,000%. 1,000%. So yeah, that was that was cool. And they were very professional. So shout out to Dora Hacks as well, and like getting it from like running that entire
Yo,
that and Sushi
Dora
Kevin
Hacks is
basically.
Dora Hacks is awesome. I got to meet them in Toronto. Super cool people, and love that they're helping grow the Aptos ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean they ran an efficient hackathon, that's for dang sure. They ran a very efficient hackathon, and it was the demo day itself also was really smooth as a participant. So that was cool as well. Didn't feel disorganized at all. So appreciate that. Yeah,
No, that's
good
what's
stuff.
up. Yeah, you really do love to see that.
Right? Dude, 100%. I really hope we see more of that kind of stuff. Whether they do that kind of stuff where it's like this massive, massive code collision where like, or hackathon where it's a $500,000 prize pool, or just even smaller ones. And like, maybe they can do special verticals or, localized where it's like more to your specific region. I think
I,
you do
I
see
was
that
gonna say, I think
occasionally.
that's something that they're starting to explore and utilize more is using that amazing network they've built in the global ecosystem.
Dude, I'm pumped to see more of that kind of stuff because it does provide you that like I don't know about you guys when or anyone that's been listening in or listening back or for you Sneezy particularly as well. Like even as I was listening in and watching people demo, I was like it really got my gears turning on like the opportunities that have been untapped or like the creative outlets that people took to solve interesting problems through tech and code. And I was really like hackathons are cool in that regard, right? Because like someone thought of something that you potentially maybe never would have thought about. And that's a fun experience to just witness and watch and appreciate in some sense, right? Because they're building for the chain that you're like over here like rooting for in some sense. So it's cool. I don't know.
I my big takeaway was I'm very bullish on the Aptos ecosystem, and I'm glad that I've been supporting the people that show up every day because evidently those are the people that are building tomorrow.
Dude, speaking of people, Sneezy,
Building tomorrow.
that
Bro, I'm gonna give him the biggest, most glorious intro so that he doesn't spill any of my secrets from Korea. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Rufio, the man behind Donk.apt or underscore APT. What's up, Rufio?
God, God bless you, Sneezy. Hey, Atreyu. How's it going, guys?
Rufio, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hear when Sneezy says you're not going to spill secrets, I'm the other guy that's like, oh, evil face comes on. Tell us the secrets.
I'll I'll spill the secrets offline for sure.
Deal. What's up, Rufio? How you doing, man?
Good, dude. How are you?
Yeah, doing better. Happy to have you up here. I think this is the first time we've been hanging out, so I'm pumped to get to meet you and hang out on spaces. And we're just doing it on a public forum, so hopefully that's cool. It's been great to hang out, or great to watch what you guys are doing too, as a bystander. So I'm excited to jump in with.
Nice. Yeah, I appreciate it. And a quick question, man, because I'm curious. I've always been curious. Like Atreyu, is that from the band or is that from the something else?
Wow. Yeah. Well, it's from two things, and you hit one of them.
Okay.
The other one may or may not be from a movie from the 80s called The Never Ending
Oh yeah.
Story.
Yeah, dude. So we have that in common. Rufio is the band, and Rufio is also from, I think, the
Peter Pan.
'90s film Hook. Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I was wondering. I was
It makes
wondering.
so much sense that both of you dorks are my good friends. Fuck's sake.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've been sending Sneezy like music from the '90s, just like sending him reels for the last like 2 weeks, and he's just been crying
Yeah,
about it
because
and reminiscing.
they're all like classic rock in the title of the Instagram handle, bro. I can't take it.
Oh, Rufio, I need to get in on this group DM here because I will appreciate the hell out of this. Let's go.
Bro,
It's
dude, it's
yeah.
basically me and him just sharing back and forth like memory clips from the early 2000s and making each other feel old.
Old.
Dude, I love that. Dude,
Dude,
just some of the music is so good from back then. I don't know.
dude, I
Literally the
had I had a
best.
ticket. I had a ticket to see Atreyu in like I don't even know 2004 or 2002 or something, and I was so stoked. And then I think I got in trouble in high school, and I was grounded, so I couldn't go. So I never got to see them live. I was
Oh
gutted.
man, no. Oh,
Bro.
that's bro.
Okay. So I got to see Rufio once live at a bar. I was 17, but had a fake ID, and there was maybe 120 people in this place. That is to this day one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Dude, we need to incorporate all of this music somehow into Aptos. Like, I don't know what we could do, but it seems like there's a lot of good music heads in here. Like, we could be like the music chain. You know what I mean?
Yo, just a bunch of fucking audio files, 100%.
That's, that sounds fun as hell. If we're just gonna be vibing the '90s, basically punk and rock and like and ska music. Oh man, don't get me started.
Okay, so I think this is a perfect transition into. Did you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Rufio? A little bit of background on you before we dive into Donk and what's going on with them.
Yeah, for sure. So, well, I got into crypto. I got into crypto like 2017. I got into crypto full time in 2021. I started working at a firm called Crypto Quant, which I'm still at, doing head of business development there. So what we do there is we basically partner with various blockchains. So what we'll do is we'll take all of their data and we will create narratives for them. And we will distribute these narratives to the media. And so sometimes you see like, you hear this thing called, what is it, Mockingbird Media, right? Where like they all parrot the same thing. And sometimes you'll see them parroting certain stuff. And it's like content that we create about a chain. And it's like, it's not shilling because basically what we focus on is data driven insights. So we'll take the data and we'll find, certain themes and we'll create, research, we'll create analytics about it. And we've built up this huge like network of mainstream reporters and mainstream media outlets. And we'll just send it to them. We'll send them the data, the content, and they'll write articles about it. And so we're working with like some major blockchains, trying to work with Aptos, one of the first, the first, right, move blockchain. So I've been doing that for like 3 years now. We forged relationships with like Ton, with Tron, Binance, and a bunch of other ones. And so I really got my start into crypto from like a data and analytics perspective. That was what I was doing before, and I thought like, on-chain data is really where the difference is here. It's like immutable. Every transaction is recorded, pseudonymous in terms of who's transferring it, but at the same time, you can start to label different wallets, cluster them, and understand, for example, the exchange wallets, and so you can start to understand like the movement of coins from different exchanges, and it helps you understand how to trade. It helps you understand, potentially like which chains are going to have big dumps. Like if a bunch of coins move on to an exchange, then you can basically bet that like those coins are moved there for selling. So we work with a lot of different types of firms, like TradFi. We also work with like independent traders and just help them understand and kind of protect their positions, their bags. And so I was doing that, and then my boss told me, "You got to become," because I was kind of like a Bitcoin maxi the whole time, And my boss was like, "Dude, you have to become more degen. Like, you're working with these other chains. It's not Bitcoin anymore." Because at first we were just doing like a lot of Bitcoin and some Ethereum. And so I was like, "Okay, I have become more degen. How do I become more degen?" So I did like the most degen thing possible, and I launched Memcoin on Aptos with a couple buddies. One of my buddies actually from high school, Maxi. He's kind of like our DeFi guy at Donk. So he helped like set up the token, mint the tokens. He's like making all the markets right now, and doing more of the technical side. I took on more of like the community business development aspects of it. We launched before Aptos Pump. So I think that was kind of a blessing. It's a lot easier now with Aptos Pump, like you don't have to worry about certain things. I think I thought it would be like less easy to get rugged, but it seems like it's not necessarily.
100%. Well, it's because it's much easier to be manipulated because you don't have control of the contract. It's as soon as you make your initial buy, it's open to anybody to snipe.
Exactly.
Whereas,
And
like doing your own contract, I low key, I completely agree. I think it's a blessing, and I encourage
yeah,
anybody that's trying to do a real meme token not to do it on the Pump platform. Like that's a degen meme platform. If you have
hmm
ambitions of doing something, I think going the way you guys did is the way to go.
yeah, exactly. Like it's a little bit more work. You need to get people who know a little bit of the bare minimum about the Move programming language. But I think there's a lot of people around to help. But I think it's a lot better. I'm typically more bullish on coins that kind of come out not on Pumptos. But it seems like most of the coins nowadays are coming from Pumptos. Like I don't even know if I can name any recent ones that aren't using it. Can you guys?
There's a couple coming,
Yeah,
but
no
I think
names.
you
Won't give
guys,
any names.
I think you and Aptos. I'm not sure which one of you guys launched first, but whichever one of you launched second was the last, like air quotes, proper meme launch.
Yeah, and it was us. Like Aptos launched, I think, a month or two before us.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, you
Um,
guys were the last, like not pump meme token. I think.
yeah, because I mean, it's just so easy to launch. It's so easy to launch on Pumptos. I call it Pumptos, just easier to say, but it's easier to launch on Pumptos. So sometimes like the teams, like you don't need to assemble such a technical team always to do it, which I think is kind of there's pros and cons. Like it's easy to do it, but then once you launch, you have to start thinking like about a lot of different things. You got to think about like how can you make your markets. How can you, if you're building any type of utility, like what kind of utility you're going to build. So then you're going to need some type of contributors who know development, who know move, and you don't need that when you launch. So I think a lot of people fall into the pitfall of like not having that set up when they need it. But at the same time, like the huge proliferation of meme coins is a good thing overall. So, like it's also not a bad thing.
100%. And there's still going to be winners that are going to come off of that platform. There's been a couple that I think have had the forethought and are set up to do good. I just also think the market took a shit kicking recently.
Yeah, dude, it dumped, and I was looking into that. Like, apparently, this is not. It was kind of expected. if you follow market trends, especially for Bitcoin before election season, like there's always dumps before the election. People just don't want to be exposed to the volatility of like election outcomes, so they exit the market, wait to see what happens, and they re-enter. So, in my opinion, like a contrarian opinion would be obviously now is a great time to get back in. Everything's trading at a discount. Like whoever wins, I think it's gonna pump again, regardless. Even though maybe one candidate has a better position.
Well,
But I think,
low key, I
yeah,
agree because I think either Trump's going to win and people are going to be bullish on the sentiment, or Kamala's going to win and people are going to be bearish on fiat. Either
yeah,
way, there's going to be an inflow back into crypto.
yeah,
Not financial
exactly.
advice.
No, no, of course.
Rufio, this is kind of totally random, not gonna lie, but I gotta ask, how did Aptos come into the degen mode for you of all of the, as you explored from Bitcoin to then like your boss telling you to become more degen to then starting a meme coin on Aptos, the being the most degen thing possible? Like there's like, were you like exploring other chains? Like how in the world did you end up here? The lands of Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, it's a good question, man. Like, yeah, I would say Aptos is not the most degen, right? Definitely not the most degen chain. But I I guess so there was Solana, obviously, that was the first thing I thought of. And then at the time, because Solana meme season started like fairly early, and in my opinion, this cycle started with Bonk. And so that was really what got me, like, got a lot of eyes on the meme coin cycle this time. And it also kind of revitalized Solana after the FTX crash. Like people were pretty bearish on Solana because of the association with SBF and things like that. So Bonk managed to like revitalize that chain a lot. So I thought, okay, well, let me find a chain that like I like from a technical standpoint that's like well set up to grow and do good things in DeFi and things like this. And maybe we can try to bring a meme coin that will bring attention to it. And I think it was basically just like Aptos was the first one that came to mind. And also I had done some work previously with like Ton. I started working with Ton before they were like whatever house kind of like household name. And for some reason I was just like, yo, Ton is gonna blow up. I think this is gonna be a really big chain. Um, and then it did become big, and we were working with them, and so people started to think like, dude, Rufio can like call stuff pretty well, and uh, and in my opinion, I just thought I researched the history of Aptos. I knew that like Move development language was created by people from Facebook. I also saw that I think we talked about this last time maybe a little bit. Like they did the right thing where they spun out completely. So it was a lot more. What's the word like? There's no kind of centralized control over it like there is with Ton. So the meme coin landscape was also pretty immature at the time. So I thought being a bigger fish in a smaller pond was a good thing. So that was kind of like where we were coming from. Also, our dev at the time looked into Move. She thought like, yeah, this is good. Like we can definitely do some stuff here. Fairly user friendly to learn and things like that. Uh, so that was kind of some of the main reasons. Yeah.
I think you guys made the good call, and I think that a lot of people are missing that point. That yes, it's easier to hit going to Solana right now, but the opportunity of establishing yourself as one of those pillar meme tokens isn't really there at this point. Whereas I think you guys have positioned yourself that for the foreseeable future, Gwei, yourself, Aptos are going to be very, very hard to dethrone as the top meme tokens. And like
Yeah.
that foresight to see the long term play with Aptos, like it's a slow burn. But the text there, the people's in that are building the chain are some of the smartest people on the planet. And our community may not be the most degen, but we have one of the best communities. I would say the best community in Web3, but I'm biased as fuck. So I'm going to say one of the best communities in all of Web3.
And Sneezy in South Korea just totally solidified that decision for me personally. Like, this is the right chain. This is the right community.
Bro, we're a package deal. You come to Aptos, you get Sneezy. No, low
Dude,
key.
that.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say that's that makes sense on the journey too. Like that's an awesome journey to come here and like recognize that pretty quickly and then like kind of jump in full force, right? And dude, you've been around. Like I'm so excited for us to talk about what you're building now, because as Sneezy just put it, right? Like clearly in the top, and it's exciting to kind of see that vision that you guys have from like just coming from and using the experience it sounds like you've garnered over these years and bringing it forward in your community and what you're building. And the fact that you had like a team that was investigating the chain and stuff like that beforehand to then like say like, okay, like let's see what the opportunities are, if it's chain friendly for the dev, if it's, got the right team behind it. You're doing all this analysis to kind of like there was a lot of pre-thought, even though you're making it seem like there wasn't that much pre-thought to get into it. So it's pretty exciting to see where you've come to this point now with all of that.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had some like pretty ridiculous ideas that we were floating around. A few of us, we were all actually living in kind of like not like a hacker house, but like a house all together. And we floated some like outrageous ideas, like politify or like political memes were coming up at the time. So we were like thinking about just like some outrageous political memes, and we thought, I don't know if these are going to be like have much longevity to them. Also, like if you pick the wrong political figure, like your token starts tracking kind of their success, right? And we didn't necessarily want that to happen. Like I think you saw, for example, all of the Trump coins did pretty well. Bowden, like obviously crashed hard. I don't know where that's at these days. And some of the meme coins, like from I don't know, the ones that are trying to emulate like Xi Jinping or um, like the guy from North Korea. I was like, this could like descend into like a little bit more degen than we like. You know what I mean? So yeah, there were definitely some silly ideas we floated, but yeah, Donk sounded right. Um, and yeah, in terms of like to answer your question, in terms of some of the things that we're going to be focusing on, so we're kind of dividing into a few different categories. Like what we want to do, we want to do a lot of partnerships over the next few weeks, and we're kind of separating. I know you can say partnerships and then integrations. So we think integrations are super sticky, So integrations with other projects, whether it's like integrating characters into games or utilizing other people's tech into Donk, whether it's like Ziptos or something like this. Those I think are like the higher value partnerships. And then we're doing just like other partnerships as well. So whether it's new meme coins that want to share communities, we'll do some of those as well. Those are kind of like a little bit lower value add, but we're here to help everyone else kind of rise to the top. We feel like a rising tide lifts all boats. But a lot of the things we want to focus on over the next few weeks again is going to be like the partnerships that have the solid integrations. So we've been speaking with like a lot of different other projects that are building as well. And then also like we brought the raids over from Solana.
Bro, you guys raid so fucking hard. I love tagging Donk because you guys raid so hard.
Yeah, dude, we love raiding Sneezy, and so people reach out to us as well, like other projects, other whether it's like a DeFi project, a DEX, or someone that doesn't have that type of ability but deserves like the exposure and the amplification. We invite them all to just hit us up. Like, if there's a post that they have a big announcement on, but they just don't get the same type of exposure because, a lot of people who have interest now in crypto, like they're just looking at memes, right? But they need the exposure and we need them to do well. So we invite anyone who, wants a little bit more exposure on some of their posts to reach out to us and we'll put the Donk Army to work.
Yo, that is what's up. Bubba, he's not talking to you.
Raid culture is great. Honestly, if you can pull it off, like more power to you, and you guys absolutely, to say the least, pull it off. It's like it is such a fun to me like experience that for me like looking back, I don't know if this is how you also experienced at Rufio, but like in 2021, raid culture was I think kicking off, and it was such a, for me personally, a fun time. Like I thought it was hilarious, like this giant echo that would be coming in, and I just really appreciated when like projects, teams, like what you're doing. It's like it's probably a ton of looks like a ton of fun for your community. So like I hope like more projects embrace this, but like at the same time, like it takes a unique project to pull it off right. And I think you guys are doing it at a level that's like pretty obviously you're doing it great.
Cheers, man. Yeah, like we want to take it to the next level. So the raids, like we kind of borrowed from yeah, like Solana raids. I think Solana have like raid services, raid to earn, and things like that. So we borrowed a little bit from them, but also from my time at CryptoQuant, I learned that like there's this basically this like golden time with the Twitter algorithm, and essentially like it's basically 6 hours. You got 6 hours if you want something to go viral. Like you can get loads and loads of impressions, like 10,000 impressions, but it may not go viral if those impressions are go are in the space of, let's say, like 2 or 3 days. But if you get that same number of impressions within the space of 6 hours, that's what triggers like it to go viral. So we're trying to really like play the algorithm and make sure that it all happens within a certain amount of time to just increase the chances of it going viral, at least within like Aptos Twitter. So we're kind of like tweaking different stuff. So yeah, I think look out for the raids. We're gonna build that out a lot more. We're gonna build it out also so that you don't have to go into our Twitter or sorry, our Telegram to participate. We're gonna try and build something that's like some type of web interface that makes it easier for everyone to kind of get involved, whether you're a new raider or whether you're a project who wants something to be rated. So we're kind of like brainstorming on what that might look like.
Damn, that's awesome. That's a ton of fun. And also, who would have known that I'd be learning about social media, like marketing in this call or this space or podcast, I'd say. Like, let's go. If you didn't know, now you know.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
There's, yeah. I gotta say, working with the Donk team has been an absolute pleasure. Like, very organized, just run so well. It's fun to take part in that building process.
Yeah, dude, it's been a good time, and I'm glad you're getting more involved, Sneezy, as well. Like one of the first things that we wanted to do when we first started was reach out to everyone and like Nomadic, first people that came to mind. I didn't know Atreyu at the time, but amazing taste in music, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna do some stuff in the future.
Now we're here. Now we're here. The past is the
Yar.
past. Let's go.
Yo, dude, I absolutely love the connections that end up coming out of these spaces.
Let's raid some tissue, man.
There we go. Yes.
Bruh, I love me some tissue. It's accumulation phase. It's not ready to pump yet.
Dude, any day. When do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen this next week with like the election, the market volatility? Like, when do you think meme season's going to get some more traction again?
I think it depends who wins. If it's Trump, you'll probably see it faster. I think it still happens 3 to 6 months if Kamala wins.
Just a
But
reminder, everybody, this is not financial advice. We are here looking at a crystal ball, just talking about things that are totally for fun.
literally,
Pulling it out of our ass, to be honest. But
yep.
Oh boy.
yeah, they say that like the results aren't going to come right away. Like, I don't know if we're going to know on the 5th of November or the 6th of November. I think it's going to be wild, to be honest.
I think that you're absolutely correct.
Yep. Yep. I think that's a fair
That's a
fair
very
statement.
fair statement.
It's gonna be wild no matter what. Yeah, wow. But yeah, it's cool to hear what you guys got going and what you're thinking about building also, Rufio. Like it sounds like you got a few things cooking top of mind right now. Like maybe, it sounds like also you've done a lot up to this point as well that maybe first time listeners may not know too much about Donk, but hopefully they're getting a little bit more of a picture of what's going on and what you guys have like kind of done and accomplished over the, your time here. How long have you guys been on Aptos, by the way? Maybe we throw that out there too for anyone that's curious.
I think we launched the token 4 months ago now, I believe.
That's wild. Only 4 months? Oh my God, you guys are crushing it.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking like, man, we've been around for a while, and like we need to speed up. But then I'm like, oh no, we've been here for 4 months. Like we're going at a good pace. We did some work ahead of the launch. Like one of the first things we had to build before we launched was so one of our other contributors spent like 3 months researching basically generative AI and generative art specifically because we were like, okay, so we can't just be posting like random generic memes. Like we have to, get the character. We had to get a theme, and so we started training DALI on ChatGPT. And so we created, what's called Donk GPT. And I think there's other projects now I've seen, and you can kind of like recognize the art sometimes when it comes from like ChatGPT, the DALI module, which is awesome. Like because pairing text with an image gets far more engagement than just text, for example. And so we knew like, okay, we have to do that. And so we started training, ChatGPT with a Donk character. That was like the first module that we released. Then we trained it on some of like the most popular memes, like Doge and Pepe. So now you can create like a Donk meme with Doge and Pepe, and now we're going to start integrating some of the Aptos memes as well, so that we'll be able to create memes with Doge, Pepe, and I'm just going to throw a few out. Maybe like Aptos, their character is pretty recognizable, or GUI, or any others. So it'll be much easier to like, when we do a partnership announcement, for example, to easily create some piece of art branding that has like all the characters together.
That's sick. I mean, you don't have to answer this, but I mean, just as someone that's a bit of a nerd and enjoys just like the banter of like just coming up with this concept and then executing it, did you like go and like run like your own fine-tuned model, local model? Did you like do like something from Hugging Face? Like how, or were you using ChatGPT and like using it with uploading an image or like whatever amount of detail you're open to sharing from going to like no just generic ChatGPT to then and Dolly to then having your own like basically air quotes trained model on Donk. I mean this is maybe you don't have to go into too much detail because Sneezy might kill me for asking this, but I am just genuinely curious.
So I didn't do it. I mean, I did. So one of our other devs built it. I kind of what I do is because I'm not super like dev oriented, like from a technical standpoint, but I did build a couple myself. Essentially, what you have to do is there's this like knowledge bank, and you have to train it on a couple different things. You have to train it on images. So you got to get like a few images of your character so it starts to understand what the character looks like, the look and feel, a few different types of, personality traits in that image, like just for example, one smiling, one sad, or whatever. You have to do that first of all, and then you have to, and the great thing is like it's all no code. So you then just have to type in like kind of like the background, just in text format about, what is the look and feel of your character. Like my character is, you know, um, a bear who's kind of a silly bear, and he's always like being goofy. You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. And so we start to learn it, and then you tweak it as you go to make sure that it's spitting out the right, art from your prompts. But the one thing is, at the beginning, we were thinking like it doesn't always spit out the same exact type of donk or the same type of character. And we were like, oh, that's going to be kind of like annoying. But then we thought like, no, that'd be cool because then you can do like I was creating like South Park donks. I was
Yeah, like
creating
different
like
versions.
yeah,
Bro, I
exactly.
love the South
So
Park ones.
That's awesome though. Yeah, it makes it fun.
exactly, it makes it more fun. But no, I've just been like, I had to learn like we all had to learn a lot of different stuff like CapCut. We had to learn CapCut. We had to learn just like, how to um, alter images in different ways because maybe like you'll spit out an image and you're like, oh man, this is like 90% of the way there, but we need to edit it a little bit. So a lot of the times like you'll create the image and you'll have to put like you have to do like some stuff manually at the end of the day. Like you'll still have to, remove stuff. Or maybe what you'll do is you'll create two different images, take good things from each one and combine them together. And then create like the exact piece that you want.
That's cool though that you've gotten your like I guess your process in somewhat like you've iterated on the creative art process for your token because I feel like that's a big part of the meme culture is having art that you can continue to kind of like utilize and be in the awareness realm, right? Like that's I feel like a lot of meme culture you're building culture plus awareness and attention and having that art available like that is a big component. So it sounds like you've really reduced your time to having a creative asset in some essence, like the time it takes basically now that you've done the training.
Yeah, for sure. Like that was like one of the first things we did before we even launched.
Oh
Um,
wow. Okay, so
we-
this is all pre-launch.
yeah, that was pre-launch because
Oh,
yeah, that was
sick.
pre-launch because we do have a concept artist on our team who can create really cool stuff, but I sometimes like will need to create something within 2 hours, you know what I mean? And so I can't just go to him like, hey, I need this in 2 hours. He'll be like, bro, like I'm not doing it. And so we have to like, selectively utilize our concept artist to do things like if there's a really big, let's say like announcement that's coming up, or we created loads and loads of characters for Donk and for all the other projects. Like we utilized him for that, so that we could still do like a lot of the art, a lot of the images, build the character, without having to use the artist. And then just use the artist for like more. I guess
High
it's like more
impact.
important things. Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. That makes a ton of sense too. Like, man, imagine like if your concept artist was spinning out all of these tweets that you were making every single day. He would not be sleeping or she would not be sleeping.
Yeah. I mean, he'd be doing it full time, and he'd be like, "Bro, you got to pay me in like cash, not donk." You know what I mean? Like, I can't keep getting donked. Like, and he's not a crypto native, so I had to explain to him like, okay, donk.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
Rufio. Whoa. Did you just say you onboarded your artist and now we're paying them in a token, Donk, that they're like, wait, I don't fully grasp what's happening right now?
I know. I was like, okay, so this is Petra. He
No
did some
way.
project. Yeah, he did some projects before for other, and it's actually my cousin. Um, so there was the trust there. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
yeah, he did some projects before, did art for other projects, but it kind of worked out perfectly because obviously like he's my cousin. In high school he was like one of the best artists I've ever seen. He's doing concept art, so like before it goes to the um VFX stage, it like there's a concept artist who creates like the kind of concept of it, and then it goes to like the VFX stage where they start, creating the asset, creating the model, and things like this. So it's kind of perfect. Like we don't need an artist who does the second part of it. We need an artist who can just like whip together some really cool art really quickly, um, rather than someone who's like specializing in creating 3D stuff. But when the 3D stuff does come around, like when we do start creating the 3D stuff, he's got a network of his own, and we can loop some of those guys in as well.
That's awesome. I was literally about to start asking if you that. So you're going to go with the network. I was immediately going to prompt the prompter here and be like, are you guys looking to prompt GPT or any of these other AI 3D asset generations? Are you guys considering that, or is it more so going into the network first and foremost?
Like in terms of creating the 3D art, like are we able to utilize some of the AI stuff? Is that the question?
Yeah, like, I guess like are you guys like poking around in that area when it comes to using AI to create 3D models? Like, is that a thought bubble or a consideration, or is it more so let's just lean into the pros that like and like go there, just not even consider the AI aspect?
It's yeah, to be honest, that's kind of a challenge. Like, some of the challenges that I've seen are creating 3D, models, assets, creating animations as well. Because for the animation, you need, unless it's I guess just like a 2D animation, you need that 3D character asset. And so I don't know too much about it, but it seems to be you kind of have to tap into, I guess you could say, the legacy route, which is not AI driven. Because, dude, these people like they really don't like AI. A lot of them like don't like AI. And it's not like they don't like AI. It's just they run into so many like IP, because they run into like IP stuff because it's like not them that created it. It's like ChatGPT. Technically, it's. So I think a lot of the studios are like, oh, you can't use AI in creating like our characters. Like if it's like a Marvel character or if it's like a I don't know Disney character, like they're not allowed to. So there's kind of like a bias against it.
Got it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I mean, it feels like I think we've had these debates in the spaces before, Sneezy, about AI artists and those that appreciate or don't, and the whole.
I don't not appreciate it. I just appreciate artists done art more.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So we've had these conversations, and it's been interesting to watch it progress. Um, and I agree, Sneezy. But it's been interesting, because
No,
some artists, yeah, it's
AI
like
art has
it's a tool.
it had 100%, and we've had this debate and
Yeah.
conversation as well. I think an artist using AI is completely different than me using AI. Me using AI, the AI is doing everything. An artist can take an AI generated image and then elevate that to something special.
Yep. Yeah. Yep, you and I are on the same page, Sneezy. It's like, the AI is the start and the stop. There is no extension after that. There is
Yeah, that's
only someone that's
AI
an
art for
artist
me
that
is whatever
follows.
the GPT spits out. Okay, cool. I'm going with this.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And so when I was like talking to him, I was like, hey, dude, this isn't like Marvel Studios, man. You don't have to worry about me like, you know, copyright infringing Donk. Like you go at it, man. So I think they're starting to realize that for some things they can utilize the AI and for some things they can't. But really, I think what is also interesting in that area is now some of these artists can, for example, like the whole royalties with NFTs, like these artists can now create art. They can do it quickly to a certain extent, right? Like they can create like one image or one character. They can build traits that most normal people can't do, right? Like you need an artist, and then they can partner with an NFT project or a meme coin project, and then you build royalties in, and those royalties really the majority of them should be going to the artist. So I think they're starting to think like, okay, well on the side I can do this type of stuff. I'm not running into the same like roadblocks that I do with my day job with the studio, but I can also get paid. I can also get royalty. I can create the art. Whereas before, they'll just have a piece of art, right? They'll sell it and they'll get some money, and it's probably a lot lower the day they sell it than in the future, like most likely. But now with NFTs, like they can get royalties, and those can be tracked on chain. So game changer, I think, for a lot of these guys.
100%. Yeah. 100%. And I see Sneezy, you just posted something to the top if we want to jump into that one.
Oh, I double posted this. The the meme coin season on Aptos continues, and we are here for it. Can't wait to kick it off with Donk trading contest by Canna Labs. Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Kind of labs, yeah, dude. We did. Well, so I'll just preface it with like we did one with Panora, and it was successful. Like I think it was like almost $1 million in trade volume over 3 days, and we turned over a third of the entire token supply in 3 days. I think it was like 300, just like over 300 million Donk, and there's a billion Donk altogether. So we were like, bro, this is good, and there's rewards. People get rewards. You know, I think obviously in like with securities, right? Like it's outrageous to do something like that. But, for us, it's awesome. We get to start kind of like dipping our toes into partnerships with some of these dexes, some of these dex aggregators, and people get rewarded. It gets people swapping, getting some of those on-chain statistics up.
100%,
So,
bro.
and we didn't work with Kana Labs before, so it's good to start working with a new team.
100%. I've seen them getting more active, and I think you guys are the second, maybe third contest that they've run.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't been working on the Kana Labs trading competition. That was someone else on our team. So, but I think it's next week. It starts. Does it start on election day, dude?
Yeah, does
It
it
may,
start?
it
I
may
think it's
start
tomorrow.
tomorrow, which is election
Starting
day, right?
starting
The
on
5th,
election
the
day.
5th
Let's
to
go.
11th. Let's go.
Nice volatility. Bring it on.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. I don't give a fuck. I don't really watch the market, but bullish on people that do. They tell me what's happening.
I pulled up the charts like right before this. I was like, wait, what's going on in the market right now? I was like, okay, closed.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that away.
What's some of the I don't know, Rufio. It sounds like, what are some of the things that you're working on that you're pumped about? It's cool that you're just like, oh, we have someone doing that, we have someone doing this, and like, but I'm doing that, and it's like, man, you guys are attacking in so many dimensions. It's like that's freaking awesome. So I don't know. Do you want to speak about anything that you're pumped about that you're building on your side?
Yeah, so what I'm mainly doing is just like bringing the team together, like from the network I developed, working, in crypto, but not in Aptos, and just bringing like the right people to fill the right roles, like first of all, putting together all of the community managers. Actually, when we first started, I don't even know if we launched the token yet, but this guy reached out to me on Twitter, Fortune. I don't know if you guys know Fortune. And I was talking with Maxi, and I was like, "Hey, dude, this guy reached out. He was like one of the first guys who reached out. And he was like, 'Yo, I would love to work with you guys.'" And we were like, "Yeah, like fuck it, let's take a chance on him." And dude, he's just been like the absolute best. Like he's like the backbone of community management. He's the one running the raids. He's the one like running our Telegram to a large extent. His ideas are like he is a degen. He's from Nigeria, but bro, he's just been such an asset for our team. And so what I've been doing is I've just been trying to find the right people for the right roles, because I don't know, you can't be a specialist in everything, right? You need to bring people on who are specialists in certain areas. So I'm just excited to grow the team. And so we brought on a bunch of CMs, some advisors. I think one of the next things we're looking for is another dev, maybe someone more like front end oriented, because Maxi is he's more back end. He's like DeFi, but like back end stuff. And so we want to bring another guy in for our front end. We want to upgrade our website. We want to connect all of these products that we're building. We want to be able to go from our website, launch the app, whether it's buying Donk in our platform in the app, or doing raids from inside the app, and just tying everything together. And so on the lookout for someone like that to join the team. On the lookout for building different communities. So looking for people like in different regions, because one of the most successful things that CryptoQuant did, for example, was they brought on like specialists in their own region, whether it's like Nigeria, Turkey or Indonesia, Vietnam, because they can work. They can also work with KOLs. They can bring raiders onto the team from those regions, which is something like I can't do, Sneezy can't do. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're just not in those communities. So just kind of like assembling a team, like the best people for the best role. So
Yeah, reach out to
that's what I'm
Dr.
kind of
Wulan.
focusing.
You need to reach out to Dr. Wulan.
Yeah, definitely. I was speaking with him in the beginning as well, but yeah, for these like different communities, we're speaking with different people.
That's awesome though. That's awesome that you're taking the team approach and like actively looking to continue to scale the team too. I mean, that's so it sounds like you have a pretty good amount of people already on the team right now. Like I just heard you say CMs plural. You got yourself, the dev. Like it sounds like you have a pretty good amount of people that are part of Donk already.
Yeah, I think we got like 7 or 8 people.
Damn.
Yeah, 7 or 8 people. Because, dude, there's been a lot of projects rugging recently, but like we just have our sights on so much higher. You know what I mean? Like we believe that once meme coin season really starts going, once it spreads, like really spreads to Aptos, like we can get some of these projects, you know, huge. And so, but the only way you can do that is to have people, executing on their roles. Like if I want to take a Sunday off, touch some grass, like we can't have the project just like nothing happening that day, right? So we need to have people who, can fill in, execute their role on that day while other people are out. Um, and yeah, the only way to do that is to just build the team as much as possible.
Dude, freaking bullish on that. That's awesome.
Yo, bullish on that meta and bullish on finding people that have conviction, because that's how you build that stuff. Is you find people like your cousin that is taking it on faith that Donk gonna succeed. And I think you've done a very good job of that, of surrounding yourself with people that believe in the long term vision of the project.
Exactly. Bring people, like it's like with anything, right? With any company, like you got to bring people on who are smarter than you. At least like in what they're good at, right? Like, um, and so that's like definitely the vision that we have. Hey, who brought the dog?
Yeah, that's my dog. She's going nuts.
What kind of dog you have, dude?
75-pound bulldog, a Lappa blue blood bulldog, and Victorian bulldog mix.
Nice. So you're going traveling soon, right? Is that right? Are you
Yep. Planning on March.
what
She's gonna
in
be
March?
yeah, she's gonna be staying with my mom and her boyfriend
Nice. And then set Sneezy free.
for a little while, anyways.
Yeah, dude. I've been traveling for like I think it's like 5 or 6 months now.
Yo, can we talk a little bit
Um,
about that and just how that's been?
it's I think it's like mixed blessing. It's fun. It's fun. I mean, like anything, it gets kind of old after a while. But I mean, obviously blessed to be able to do that. When I launched the token, I was like, dude, probably should leave the United States just in case. You know what I mean? Like, probably should be doing this from there. Not that I think, in reality, it's fine. There's just so many projects these days. But like, yeah, I thought it was a good excuse. Let me leave. Asia is just like, dude, so much going on in Asia. Like, I was in Vietnam, met some devs there from like one of the dev projects that works pretty closely with Aptos. Met them in person. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't happen very often. So I was able to do that. I was in Thailand, and we met him in Korea as well. But like Godchino from Aptos Creatures, chill with him in Thailand as well. Just like spitballing on different things we can do. So it's good from that perspective. Like you can meet a lot of different people in crypto who you otherwise wouldn't meet, like except for on Spaces or I mean, Telegram. So it's nice for that. But the worst thing is like having to pack your suitcase and move, and like you lose time. Like if you're just in one place, you can just be deving all day every day. Uh, but when you're traveling, it's like you waste days, and you gotta like unpack again, and I don't know. Maybe these are first world problems, but like there's ups and downs for sure.
Yo, I get that. As someone who's addicted to the space, I totally get that. Like, I am going to Thailand for like a week and a half this month. And same thing as when I went to Korea. Like, I'm going to lose 2 days. Well, three, including the
Yeah,
trip back.
and it's gonna be Aptos before dark when you're there.
Oh, 100%. No, I already looked at it with Atreyu. I'm only missing one Monday. And I'm like, bro, I'll be settled where I am. I'll be up in time.
Dude, I think the first time I joined in, I pulled an all nighter. And I was just like up at like, I don't know, 7 a.m. And I was like, oh dude, Aptos After Dark. Let me log in. Uh and all nighters before were like, oh, you were up all night drinking. No, like all nighters now are like you were up all night
Yeah,
working.
just you're catching North American time.
Yeah.
Just dialed in, and then you recognize, oh, sun's up, right? That's awesome. That's awesome. Have you had any favorite experiences on your travel so far? And where are you in the world today? Where in the world is Rufio?
So yeah, I was in Asia for like 4 or 5 months. I recently came back over to the States. I have family in the States, so I was, seeing them. Um, right now I'm in Mexico.
Oh, nice.
Um, yeah, with my brother, because I don't get to see my brother for a while, so I was like, yo, let's meet up. So we're here for a little bit. Tried to get Sneezy to come down, but I was being super flaky about dates because I never really know before, like, I don't know, a week before I decide to pull the trigger. But I was debating Thailand again, dude. Because Sneezy, I hear you going back, and I was like, oh, I should go, but the flight's brutal, bro.
That's
It's only 18 hours. I mean,
so. I'm not there yet. I can afford to do it as a trip, but I'm not set up yet to make my stand. So I'm going as a trip this time.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, the flights are what's killer. Like
yeah,
there's a part of me that's like, if I'm going over there, like, can I just make it work? But I can't because like I'm fucked with the apartment and shit and the dog. Like, so it's got to
well,
be a
yeah,
trip.
but there's future outlooks, easy to be positive and optimistic about for you specifically. And I'm sure you and Rufio will be connecting in the months to come if it's not Thailand this current month.
Oh, bro, you know it. You
Yeah.
absolutely know it.
Oh
Man, we were
man,
we were trying to make the states work. Like, nah, it's gonna happen.
that's
and
cool.
Atreyu, whereabouts are you?
I am in the States. I'm in Massachusetts. So I live in the States and live in Massachusetts. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was in New York like a week ago. Um,
Cool.
Oh, Mud, you're the worst at that.
Dude, I just want to ask, when are you going to Thailand?
Uh, the 15th to like the 23rd.
Okay, okay. Bangkok or no?
For some of the days.
Okay, hope we can meet up in Bangkok because I'll be in Bangkok from November 7th until November 18th.
Oh, yo,
I
let's
don't know if
fucking
Aptos is
go.
doing anything.
15th to 16th. 15th and 16th. Let's fucking do something. I gotta meet up with Godchino and Manada too.
All right, let's do a small Aptos meetup.
Yo, let's do a fucking
Heck
Aptos
yeah.
After Dark. Let's go. We'll do a special episode.
Aptos in Bangkok.
you're bullish on Bangkok, dude. Like I don't normally like big cities, but Bangkok was sick. I really liked it.
Yo,
Don't they have DevCon there or something like this soon?
yeah,
Yep.
I'll be there just after DEF CON. I think that's
Yeah,
Mud,
that's
that's
why I'm
what you're
there.
going there for, right?
Yes, sir.
Yo, that's what's up. Do us fucking proud.
Do us
Will do,
proud,
sir.
man.
We'll do. We'll do. I'll be there, and then I'll fly straight to. Hope I can meet Pecker in Manila. I don't know, or Julie or something. Some of
Yo, that's what
the.
the fuck is up.
Yeah, it's 19 to 25th. Julie's here, right? Who else is Pecker here?
Yeah, Pecker's
Yo,
there.
Pecker's here, but he's just raising.
He's the
Oh, that's
little
not a real
PP with it.
hand.
Yeah, he's the little PP with the opposite hand up.
Oh yeah, I got baited. Yeah,
You
but if
got
Pecker,
baited.
you can DM me and send me some recommendations from Manila. I'll be at YGG Summit.
Oh,
I
nice.
haven't booked anything except the flight.
Yo, see, this is the shit I'm bullish as fuck on.
Yeah. 19. So I'll fly back to Singapore for like half a day, and I'll go straight to Manila 19th morning until 25th, I think, or 24th. So if you guys in Manila, just come over. I mean,
Yo,
there's
I
a few
think we
Aptos
just
guys as
I'll
well
be,
coming.
I think we just
bro. I'll
figured
be
out
at
the
the airport. I'll be at the airport at 19th because my mom's coming in, so that's
Really?
perfect. Yeah, but then I'll
Oh
be
my god.
flying out on the 22nd,
Yeah, let's meet. Let's
so
meet Pecker,
we could do
Julie,
something in
Serene.
between. Yeah,
Yeah, whoever's
let's
in
do it.
Manila. Let's go.
Yo, I think we just
Holy
figured out the
shit,
9
bro!
o'clock segment. Like right before we do the room reset, we have like the meeting and planning segment. Carry on, Pecker. Carry on, Mud.
I was just gonna say like
I'll have
November
to
is gonna be doing the
when you guys are
meetups.
done. Mud and I need to figure out Thailand.
Yo, Mo, where are you going after Manila?
Singapore, bro. I gotta go back, but I'll be 19 to yeah. Just DM me on Telegram.
Yo,
And then we can yeah.
do a detour with me. I'm coming over to Taiwan.
Okay, I'm not sure I can do that, but I'll let you know. We can discuss this.
Let's go.
But what's confirmed is 19 to
Oh
25
my
in Manila.
god.
So
Oh my
Let's go.
god.
Let's go.
Pecker, Mud just accepted your rose. You guys can take this agenda meeting to the DMs.
yes, sir.
See what you did, Rufio? You opened the travel discussion, and now we're in meetings for the next 20 minutes of this topic here, Rufio. This is all you.
You're welcome, guys.
It's just slowly building the international network here through Aptos After Dark. I love it.
That is quite literally what the fuck we are building here, bro. Like,
It's amazing.
Sneezy travel agency.
bro,
Seriously.
I'm not getting into travel agency. Fuck that. I'm just here to facilitate the meetups.
Build those sky miles, bro.
Good. Rufio, you're the man. Is there anything you want to, before we transition to resetting the room, Sneezy, like maybe, Rufio, if you want to leave the audience with anything around Donk, yourself, any part, like final big takeaways that you want people to remember from this episode from your, like with Donk, with you, Rufio, or
Any
just closing
calls to
thoughts,
action?
call to action. Yeah, thank you. Like whatever you'd like to say here. Floor is yours.
I would just like to say that I fucking love crypto generally. Like, it's such a new thing. It's just like a complete paradigm shift, and building these types of communities that didn't exist before is what I'm all about. And I know it's what Sneezy's all about too. And it's just been awesome to work with like new people. We're all aligned. Like everyone here is aligned. Like we want Aptos to be great. We want, to see new things, new innovation. So thank you for inviting me. I love all you guys. God bless you, Sneezy. Great to meet you again, Atreyu. I'm gonna be blasting some rights out of the bed after this just to get pumped. Yeah, and hope to see you guys soon on another episode.
Rufio, let's do something together, man. I haven't followed up a lot on this donk stuff, but looks cool.
Hit me up on Telegram. Rufio, RUFI0, I think.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Let's go.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, Rufio.
Yeah,
Appreciate the hell of you coming up and hanging out with us, man. Freaking awesome. And
100%.
awesome to hang out. Awesome to hang out again and meet and vibe on the awesome era of music and movies that we both clearly appreciate.
For sure, for sure. And I love this space as well. It's like laid back, but we talk about content. We talk about, you know what I mean? It's a perfect mix. So look forward to coming back.
Yo, dude, so glad we finally had you on as a proper guest on the show. I appreciate the hell of you taking time out of your trip to Mexico to come and hang out with us, man.
And so
No
true.
worries,
Give
man.
your brother a big hug from all of us.
Okay, wait. Say hello. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo, let's go.
Yo, what's up?
Yo. So we're gonna maybe have like maybe a Corona or two, but yeah, awesome to speak with you guys, and definitely see you on the next one.
Yo, let's go.
Let's
Have a great
go.
night, bro.
Enjoy.
All right, peace, guys.
See you, Rufio. All right. Well, if this is your first time here, welcome to Aptos After Dark, where we discuss everything going on Aptos over the past week. Join with awesome people like Rufio, Bud, Pecker, each and every week. Hosted by myself, Atreyu, and Sneezy. If you're enjoying this content and want to keep up with Aptos, please throw a like, subscribe, or follow on pretty much any of the channels you're probably using to keep up with content. X, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, whatever it may be, you'll find Aptos After Dark. Much appreciated and grateful for everyone hanging out with us.
Yo, that's what's up. Give the room a like and a retweet. What you're not going to find here on any of our episodes is any financial advice. Just a bunch of awesome people talking about the awesome stuff being built on the Aptos blockchain. If you vibe with anything we are talking about, get a Petra wallet, get involved. It's literally that simple.
Let's go.
Yo,
Let's go.
gaming,
Well, we got Mud here,
Web3
so
gaming.
I mean,
It's been
don't.
ages since we've gotten an update out of Mud and Undying City.
I know, man. This is like perfect.
Ages.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
Mud. Let's go. How the heck
I
you
thought the
been, man?
space is done.
No, man. We got time. We're here hanging.
Nah, bro, you good to go. The floor's yours, homie.
Yeah, I think we've been a bit slow just because I think we're kind of like ironing out the season one details. But yeah, I'm still figuring out when we want to do the season two. But there's some like new updates with like the maps and all that will come out maybe before DevCon, hopefully, if our team managed to kind of push that through. And then yeah, I think it's a lot of content coming out, but more on like the non-content stuff is just season one and season two that we're trying to plan out. We're trying to, I mean, maybe the alpha is we're trying to work with the launch pads, like Move, GPD, and Solana. But yeah, I think that's all that I have for now. And yeah, we have some plans for DevCon and YGG. So if anyone's in Manila or Bangkok, happy to kind of like, get y'all some merch, meet up and do stuff.
Oh gosh, man. Season one come to a conclusion. How are you guys feeling now that the season's concluded?
Yeah, I think one thing that we learned from that is I think we could have probably timed that better, like just in terms of like, because there were like token and KBW and all that, so a couple of people were kind of moving around, so it was yeah, some of the production stuff is a bit slower. So yeah, it's a lot of learning. I mean, that's how it is. Yeah, we hopefully we
I
can kind of.
misjudged that too, bro. You're not the only one. I was like, oh fuck, all these motherfuckers are still traveling.
Yeah, no one's home, everyone's partying in Korea and Singapore, and they got to recover from all the alcohol, right? Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, we'll
but
plan
like
that
in
better
all
next time.
fairness, you gotta work hard, play hard. It's all about balance.
It's true, but I think we all kind of played a bit too hard. I think.
Speak for yourself.
All I'm gonna say is I ended up I'm gonna brag a little bit here, and I'm on that top 10 leaderboard for season one. Just saying.
Okay, you bougie ass bitch. Get out
That's
of
right.
here.
Let's go. Also,
That's-
I saw you doing some stuff with the Collision Hackathon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. Oh, perfect transition.
No. I want to hear more
And
about that in Undying City. What the heck,
I don't
bud?
know, I think it's Pirates time. Yar.
Yeah, I want to hear more about YGG play something. That's freaking sick. I didn't. I'm pumped to see that you guys are
Yeah,
going there.
I think the summary is that they're doing at least like Aptos Gaming. They're doing a bit more stuff um, for YGG in Manila because I think that's very game focused. DevCon is a bit more like developers and um, so yeah, I think it's like a different crowd. I guess I'm not sure,
Different audience.
but yeah, we're gonna like go with their booth and kind of do some stuff in YG. But even then, I think it's because there's a lot of things that's kind of last minute. I think some people are also already going for holidays and all that. So it's we're trying to make sure we can kind of plan everything together and then work with the right partners and all that.
Man, that's super exciting. That's super exciting. And it's like it seems like the gaming crew of Aptos is showing there. Super V, Aragon, yourself, Tapas team. So you guys are all showing up for the YGG summit. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Aragon, yes. The rest, I'm not sure. Well, maybe I haven't gotten the news yet, but I know I'll be going with Victor and probably Celine from Aragon.
Oh, cool. Nice. I don't think we've had Aragon on the space yet, or I haven't met either
I
of
think we
them
have.
just yet.
I think we had Celine on. Or did we
Oh,
do
yes, we
or
did.
did we do a separate space for them?
Oh man, it's been a minute.
I'd have to go back.
Yeah, me too. But man, they're another project that would be that's cool to see that they're everyone's, or at least you and Aragon at least Mud are going to YGG. You guys have some cool activations planned for the like booth and table or
Yeah,
merch?
yeah. I think the Aptos has a booth for us. So yeah, merch and I haven't really. I need to follow up with Aragon. But yeah, nothing kind of confirmed yet. So I'll probably have to talk to Victor and see how it is. But yeah, as you know, I think it's kind of like end of the year, and yeah, a lot of people are not available, even from the Aptos side as well. But yeah, I think as long as we can kind of do some activation, and I'll be okay with it.
Dude, 100%. Yeah, and you get to meet Pecker.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I'm going to Manila actually.
What the heck? I'm super jealous. Freaking legend.
Yo, Pecker, do your thing. Make something
Yeah,
special happen.
your hands raised. Please jump in. Nope, he's not taking the bait, and I can't believe it. Okay.
All good, all good. We'll chat on Telegram.
Yeah, no, that's cool though, Mud. It's cool. Good for you guys. I'm pumped to hear more about what you guys got cooking with the launch pads. That's super exciting. Sneaky alpha that you're just throwing out here, and what season 2 is going to come and look like. You guys shipped a ton of iterations through season 1 for your game and Undying City. It was, again, I made it to the top 10 leaderboard. So I was watching you guys iterate with new maps, new game mode, or not new game modes, new weapons and gear and all these things. You guys were shipping a bunch over the past few months. So pat yourselves in the back for crushing it and sending it and shipping iterations and
Thank you, sir.
improvements, collecting feedback. I'm seeing you guys hustling out there. It's awesome.
Thank you. We could do better. Stay tuned.
Hell yeah, I love that mindset. Keep going. I love it. I'm pumped. I'm still grinding the leaderboard, I'm not gonna lie, but
Now it's your turn to talk about pirates, man.
Yo, seriously, for real. You see how he keeps putting it off?
It's a stealth
Motherfucker
mode.
was in there on
Stealth mode.
Collision on Friday, pitching it, and he won't talk to us about it in Aptos Alpha After Dark and tell us about what's coming. I'm a little disappointed.
dude. Okay.
Shame.
Gee. Yeah, man, you didn't see me up there. I was up there pitching away for Code Collision, and I was one of the like Treasure Hunt. We were one of the 3 finalists out of the most competitive vertical for this hackathon. At least gaming, there was a ton of projects. I think over 260 different projects competed or 250, something like that, some crazy number of submissions, and we made it to the top 3, which is cool to see. So pretty proud of Treasure Hunt and getting to that point.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Is
thanks.
that why you were presenting live in that space?
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
let's go.
exactly
I
it.
did not know that. See, this is how out of the loop I am.
Yeah, dude, it
Top
was
3,
crazy.
that's insane.
Yeah. So we got to the top 3, which is epic, right? And I felt really proud of that. So anyway, it was a cool moment, and you know, it's a hackathon, so people are competing. That's for sure. And the gaming projects that showed up were definitely out there competing. All the projects showed up, and we're definitely competing for the prizes. And we did the live demo, and that was awesome. I did have a bit of a slip up on, dude. There's just not, you just, that's how you know it's live. From at least Treasure Hunt, at least we like, I was sitting here demoing. I was sitting here. You have no idea.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You had the issue connecting the wallet,
Yeah, so I sat there and I was doing this pretty much all morning for me.
which is
Like I was,
fucking silly because we play tested it fucking
dude,
6
I
times.
was I was logging in, logging out, going through
Ah,
the flow, like doing everything prior to that pitch, just getting like, making sure everything was working. And that's how you know it's a live demo, is that literally the moment that I need it to work, things just like suddenly don't work. And I'm like just laughing in my brain as I'm demoing in front of
yo,
like a few thousand
you
people.
handled it masterfully. I will say. No, and I'm dead ass serious. Like, a lot of people would have fumbled and sat there for 5 minutes trying to get it to work. You just moved on. Like, you know what? This normally would work, and you continued on.
Just kept going. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't nerve wracking or anything, but I definitely was like
Bullshit.
laughing in the back of my head while this was happening,
Bullshit.
because it's just like, you know what? I didn't even look at any of the stats or anything like that until afterwards, when I was more so watching people. It was
Okay,
like one of the
that's dope as fuck because, like, when you were on, there was like 1,200 people in that space.
exactly. Yeah, dude, I wasn't looking at all. I was, I did not like go and check
Good
out like
plan. I feel
the
like that's the equivalent of you having thought about everyone in the audience in their underwear.
dude, I didn't
Nobody's
even,
here. Yo, that's how you have to think about it, though. Like, that's the one thing I've learned in spaces is just you're talking to the people that you're talking to. Everybody else, whether they're there or not, it doesn't matter.
it worked out pretty flawlessly, I think, for me in that situation. And dude, I mean, we're up here every Monday, CC, so like I feel like I also got a little bit of a cheat code, because we're just pretty much hosting spaces. I'm pretty comfortable in this scenario, but that was next level, because it was also like, there's a lot on the a little bit on the line. And so anyway, yeah, it went well. There was some hiccups in the demo, but generally speaking, it went pretty well. And I think I got off most of the points I wanted to when it came to the presentation and the deck and the game itself. So yeah, but it was a good experience. If you're curious about it, I think there's some videos somewhere where you can see like the gaming projects, including Treasure Hunt, up there and stuff like that. And we've done some playtests now. Like I think we're at 3 private playtests for the most part, and I think in the next week or so we're going to be running more of a public playtest. Potentially, well, Sneezy, while you're not here, basically, we just might use Aptos After Dark or this time slot to just run a public playtest on the pirate account or something,
I'll
and
be
then.
here. Don't don't test me. I'll be here.
And whoever wants to play can play, basically, and we just kind of really try and push the boundaries of like what's feasible in testnet as we prepare for mainnet stuff. So yeah, man, we'd love to. I'll send you a DM when that becomes a little bit more concrete, because I'd love to have you show up and throw some
Yeah, bro.
throw some support and do some digging with us. Throw me some bug reports, because I'm not shy to send you guys bug reports.
Yo, forget that. That's not going to be an Aptos After Dark space, but that is going to be the biggest space to have ever happened in this time slot. We will make sure that that gets pushed to every corner of Aptos.
Dude, that would be.
Max, I hope you heard that. This is recorded. You can listen back to it. But Max, we need to push that space to every corner of Aptos.
That'd be fun. Yeah, we want to break treasure hunt, basically, is what we want to do. So let's try and do that. But yeah, dude, honestly, it's been really fun to get to this point, and we got a lot of stuff cooking for what's next as well. So we'll see how that looks in the coming months. First things first is getting testnet kind of wrapped up, the initial version kind of wrapped up, and feeling confident that we can ship out the mainnet with everything and see, what that, kind of will look like in the not so distant future. So, yeah,
Yo,
let's,
I can't wait to see what the transactions look like when we get 100 to 500 people in there playing that game.
man, I would be super grateful and
Because
interested to see how that
I feel
goes.
like that will be a better indicator. But what we've been seeing out of 5 to 10 people, I think what was 15 the max on one of the play tests.
Yeah, I think we have like less than 15. We definitely had less than 15, but even
Okay.
though we ran like 10 people playing it with 30 minutes, I think we got just between 15 and 20,000 transactions. So it's pretty cool to see on testnet and just like a very small sample size in a very short period of time. What's going to be happening potentially on Treasure Hunt, but I'm excited. It's like there's a lot of internal dialogue going on right now about V1, V2, and what could be what's cooking potentially afterwards. It's like the big picture in some sense, right? So, um, but dang, shout out to Aragon down there. We were talking about you earlier, Aragon team. Much love to you guys that are down there, crushing it. With we were talking about you in the early stats, and
Yo,
yeah, it's awesome
number
to see.
one contributor to transactions last week. Let's go.
Let's go. So shout out
Okay.
to Aragon Squad. But yeah, that's it for Pirates. I think I'm gonna, unless there's
Any,
stuff you want to pry out of me, but that's it.
I was just going to ask you parting words because you just touched on V2, and that's a perfect transition into something I want to talk about. So, any parting words on Treasure Hunter Pirates before we transition? Pivot, little beep beep.
No, people. Final words is yeah. If you guys want to support the project, go mint a pirate. Mint is open for now, and then if you also want to support pirates, the second call to action is jumping in and being ready for a public playtest. So being available and open to throwing some digs and getting your testnet wallet going. So yeah, over to you.
Yo, let's go. Talking about V2s, we got Painted Pandas up here. I think that there might be an upcoming V2 of the Chronos collection. I don't know if they're available to speak, but that's a cool fucking story, and I would love to hear about it.
Yeah, we're definitely available. This is a person like you, the proud owner of the Painted Pandas collection. Yeah, interesting story. So most people probably know me in the space as the guy who brings a lot of positivity and things like that. And so years back, when I started my journey, I met Sneezy and a couple of other people on Chronos Chain. And it was absolutely fantastic. It was a good feeling, a good group of people just kind of got together and helped each other learn together, grow together, and all those types of things. And through that, there were a few different collections that the troopers did, but there was really something cool that we did during the bear market a couple of years ago. Well, the starting of one of them, or the long one, or however you want to look at it. But there were these things called sketches, and so you could always stake your troopers for a non-monetized token called TRPZ, which was the troopers token. And so the sketches were the first thing that we were able to mint utilizing our non-monetized token. And so there were the pigs, there were pandas, there were frogs, and there were apes. And so during that summer, there were battles, and everyone could pick a faction. And so a lot of people chose whichever ones. I chose pandas because I love pandas. And so I went to war fighting for the pandas, and the pandas collection won. It was born. And the artist LK over on Chronos, he put together this beautifully hand-painted art. They're all hand-painted traits, algorithmically generated to form the PFP. There's 19 different trait layers in all. But that being said, the collections were kind of never really meant to be part of the Troopers ecosystems. They were kind of just basically born through and from community. And so a couple of weeks ago, there were raffles that came about, and there were the frogs raffle, the pandas raffle, and the apex raffle. The pigs were never a thing yet. Maybe that's something that will be in the future, but they never became a thing as of yet. There's kind of some ideas and some stuff floating around about them, but that's here nor there at the moment. Anyways, I won the collection. I entered the raffle. I bought as many tickets as I could. You were allowed 20 per wallet, so I bought 20 in my wallet, and my wife bought 20 in her wallet. And then we basically just crossed our fingers. And then I won the collection.
And so it still kind of feels a little bit unreal because I don't know exactly which direction I'm going to take with it. But one of the directions that I know for sure is the PFP that I wear on a person like you is Crowned King of the Golden Heart Pandas, Painted Pandas by Sneezy years ago. And I rock that PFP, even though it's a Chronos one, on Aptos because of the love that I have for that project and the people that I met along the way, because I believe that we're definitely stronger than just one blockchain or one, one mindset, or we're the only winners. I believe on Aptos here, we're pretty full into the fact that everybody's going to win and we're going to help everybody win. And so I always wanted to do a golden heart trait. And so that's what I'm going to be doing here on Aptos. It's going to be a golden heart painted panda. It's going to be the Painted Pandas golden heart edition. I don't know exactly how big the collection is going to be yet, but I have talked to the artist and he's going to do some traits for the Aptos. So we'll have a pretty well established artist in real life and in other ecosystems coming over here, dipping his toes into Aptos as well. His name is LK. He's a super awesome, amazing artist. He's the Troopers' main artist, only artist, and just an amazing dude all the way around. And so I'm hoping I can get like a full body painted panda with the golden heart trait. We'll see what's in the works, but I really want to. That's what I want to bring is the Painted Pandas Golden Heart Edition to Aptos. Probably be like after first of the year, obviously, because I've got some planning to do. I don't know price, I don't know collection size, but there will be an OG roll for sure. That will be free. There will be a whitelist, which will be, I don't know, and then there will also be a public phase as well, which again, I don't know the details of it all yet. But yeah, that's a little bit about the project. I know it's kind of a long rant, but yeah, I love you and thank you for the time.
That wasn't a rant. I am very excited to have any fingertip of the Troopers project coming to the Aptos blockchain. I've been pushing for that as a community manager of the Troopers project for probably the better part of the last year and a half, year and 8 months. Um, I could not be happier that it's going to be you bridging that gap. I think that you're the perfect person to be bringing the project to Aptos.
Yeah, and like I said, I
That's a
don't know
lot of
exactly
peas.
what it is. A lot of peas.
Bro, I
Get
got
used to it.
tripped the fuck up. That was a lot of peas.
And I do know some things we're going to do along like mint phase. Like I said, I don't know, scale wise or anything yet, but I'm going to do like random rewards throughout the mint. There'll be a bunch of different stuff, collectible things that I'm working on that I already have the things to make. Some other people in the space are already doing that as well, which is absolutely amazing and beautiful. And so maybe we'll be able to work together to make shipping and handling things a little bit easier. But I really just want to bring people together and grow it somehow, like bringing the positivity and like the peace, positivity, and prosperity that the Painted Pandas will bring is going to be insane. And it is a
Bro,
lot of peace, but we'll get used to it.
do you know what I just thought? And this is Alpha After Dark that nobody is gonna get unless they're listening back and they're OG Chronos and know the Troops project. You should throw back to the OG Troops project and what they did on launch.
I'll definitely do that. So the Troopers
Bro.
project was one of the projects that I always had like a lot of faith in because I love the founder. His name is Ryan. He's Troops, and if he's ever in a space, definitely follow him and try and get him up to speak. But no, so like everybody knows how things go on during mints and things like that. And we were originally going to launch at the end of January. And we launched, and there was something going on with the contract, and so it kind of got botched. There was only like a few that were able to get minted out, a couple hundred, I believe. And then they were talking back and forth with between the founders and the dev and all that stuff, and somehow they were like they couldn't find the funds, they couldn't figure out what was going on, so they thought that they were getting rugged basically. And so what Troopers did was he refunded everybody's money, let them keep the NFTs, and then everything was fixed, everything was fine, and then we relaunched, and it was just like a story, like I said, that was just built out of like the ashes, because it was a lot of doubt, a lot of hate when something like that happens happens. But in the beginning days, you know, contracts are what they are, and devs are what they are. So sometimes things get rushed, sometimes things get overlooked. It's a lot more complex than I could ever be able to understand. But just a beautiful project that was built to bring people together. It was never really about like making money, making millionaires. It was more about connecting people, and that's why I fell in love with it. Throughout that time that I've been a trooper, that dude has given more time and value back to this ecosystem than probably any other founder that I would ever be able to point in a direction. But just being able to be that toe that dips over on Aptos that is able to carry on that legacy is absolutely is amazing to me, because it's two things that I'm very passionate about. Is definitely that community. The Painted Pandas, the Golden Heart, are definitely something that is close to me. It's what inspired the first meetup that I had a couple of years ago. Every one of us were Golden Heart members, and that was like the little utility benefit that was the thing. Like, hey, if you were a Golden Heart Panda, come on over, and then I'll take care of you for the week, whatever, you know. And that's how it started, and it grew and it blossomed, because as people, so do we, right? And I found Aptos and a bunch of other beautiful, amazing communities, and this is definitely my home because it reminds me so much of that community. The beautiful relationships and friendships and families that I've gained over the years is amazing to me, and I never would have found any of it if I wouldn't have stumbled into a space and heard that guy talking about his project. But to me, like I said, I don't know what's going to be over here. All I know is it's going to be Golden Hearts, and I kind of want to be like something special, unique, and different. I know that's kind of hard in this ecosystem, and you know, to sustain just a project that just gives back all the time is literally impossible to do. But we're going to try to figure out cool, creative ways to be able to do that, help people out that might not be as fortunate, might not be from a place where I'm at. You know, might look at a mint that's 2 Aptos and be like, holy shit, that's going to take me 3 weeks to earn that. Like, maybe we can figure out ways to get things in their wallet so they can just, you know, hold on to them, or, you know, maybe make their day, you know, just pass on that Golden Heart. That's what the plan really is. Like I said, we'll see where it goes, but it's definitely coming here, and we're definitely going to be spreading more peace, positivity, and prosperity to everybody that we come in contact with.
Yo, that's what the fuck is up. All right.
Oh yeah, congrats, Abe, by the way.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Could not be a better person bringing it here. Parting words, we'll go around the room real quick. Pecker's got his hand up. We'll start with him, then Mud, then Abe.
Yo, sorry, thanks for the space, bro. Yeah, it's weird. It's now 8:30 for me, but yeah, I'll be here. Um,
No, I know, bro. That's why I love you.
yeah, super bullish on the November meetups. I feel like there's a heck of a lot of them. But yeah, I can't wait to meet y'all. Ah, catch you tomorrow.
Hell yeah, Pecker. Over to you, Mud. Any parting words, Mr. Mud?
Calls to action, parting words. What you got?
You may or may not be on a coffee break. Okay,
All right. To you, homie.
Mr. Painted Pandas.
Yeah, just love you guys. Thank you. Be on the lookout. Thanks for the love and support. You guys always, you know, been here for me. I'll always be here for you. Everybody in this space. Like I said, just try to help somebody out, man. Try to make this a better place. We all have the capabilities of doing that. It's easier for some than others, but we all can. So just try a little bit harder. I don't know. Just I love you guys, like I said, and just thank you for the time and for the space.
Yo, that's what's up. Atreyu.
What episode 35. This was a blast. Great episode, amazing homies showing up, great people, great vibes, good energy. No better way to close it out than what we just did. Much appreciation. I love everyone that shows up and listens, hangs out with us, throws any form of support any single possible way. Brick by brick, we build together on Aptos, and all of you make that possible. So let's freaking go. Sneezy, appreciate the hell out of you. And I'm excited for episode 36 and whatever future fun we're going to be having here that we aren't or are maybe sharing soon.
Yo, it'll be coming out soon. I still got homework to do. I was busy at work. The boss was around, but he's not in the office tomorrow, so I'll be able to get a bunch of what I need to get done. That being said, Tomorrow, also a bunch of spaces y'all need to be at. Hair Token, The Inner Follicle, 10 a.m. EST. Spook Space, hosted by Bubba, the best space host on Aptos. I'm coming for you, homie. 12 p.m. EST, and then the second best space host at 7:30 p.m. EST with a person like you, and talk about it Tuesday. I'm also coming for you, homie.
Okay, but I'm gonna be 8:30 tomorrow night because I got a work meeting. So 8:30 tomorrow night.
Okay, 8:30. I'm still coming for you. Otherwise, thank y'all for showing up. Have a fucking awesome night. Appreciate the hell out of you. If I can give you any advice in this space, be active, get a Petra wallet, and just take part in the ecosystem, in the spaces, and find your people. I guarantee you, you will find your people here. I'm going to play out a little bit of music because I got to run and shut it off on my other phone. Appreciate the hell out of you guys.